The 2-question closing system. Super easy to practice, super easy to learn, super easy to implement, but you still are going to need to practice, learn, and implement it, okay? So the first thing I want you guys to realize on the close, it's not exclusive to just closing a deal. It's not exclusive to getting somebody to sign a contract, to buy something, to place an order, to give you a PO. You can use the close that we use here in this group at Easton University for anything. You can use it to get a meeting. You can use it to get a promotion at your current job. You can use it to get in front of the board. You can use it to take the next step in terms of putting a SOW or a scope of work together. All right, so real quick, what do we say to close? This is what we say. We say, does it make sense to blank? Does it make sense to get your team on the software? Does it make sense to get this in front of the board? Does it make sense for us to become your commercial roofing provider? Does it make sense to make me the regional sales manager? The reason why we're doing this in the great and powerful Chelsea's case, does it make sense to have me be exclusive on this placement opportunity? Okay, the reason why we're doing this, guys, I lay in bed at night thinking about this stuff so you don't have to. If I ask Dave Gass, hey Dave, does it make sense to blank, put your team on the software, I'm not asking Dave to do anything. When we push on people, they're going to push back, okay? So if I say, hey Dave, do you want to put your people on the software? Dave is going to be exponentially less likely to go, yeah, let's do it. Thus putting ourselves into that position of, what do I need to do to get your business? What if we take the price down? What if I extend the monthly maintenance? Whatever you've got to do. Now all of a sudden you're in this wonky donkey negotiation. Instead, just be cool, calm, and collected. Does it make sense to blank? Right? Does it make sense to schedule a meeting with your practice administrator? Whatever you want them to do, does it make sense to blank? You're not asking them to do anything, but they can see that? There's where we're going. They can clearly see the direction that we're headed, all right? If they say yes to what you want them to do, lock it in. How do we lock it in? Congratulations, you made a great decision. What happens next? So with Chelsea's case, with recruiting, I understand you guys need 4 tech programmers. Does it make sense to have me be exclusive in this role so you're not having to worry about the quality of the candidates? Yeah, Chelsea, I think so. Awesome, you made a great decision. What happens next? I'm going to shoot you over the documents for those 4 placements and blah-bitty-blah and blankety-blank. Whatever happens next in her world, right? We're getting the deal, okay? What happens next? If they say no to, does it make sense to sign the contract, have us be your roofing provider, get this in front of the board, got it, what's a good next step then? Calm, cool, collected, not, what do I need to do to get your business? Chris Truder, right? Does it make sense to have me work with you on the rollout here in Japan? No, Chris, not right now. Right? Chris is going to stay cool. He's going to stay calm. He's going to stay collected. Got it. What's a good next step then? If they don't know, Chris is going to point the question at himself. Hey, Chris, I really don't know. I mean, this is brand new for us, medical devices here in Osaka. You know, I'm just not sure. Got it. What's a good next step for me? Chris, can you give me a week? Because I've got to really talk to, Ivana, our Chief Information Officer, about this, and give me Monday. Perfect. I'll call you Monday if I haven't heard from you before then. And then in the meantime, give me about 20 minutes. I'm just going to write up my summary of my understanding of your current situation, the capabilities you guys need in penetrating that Osaka market, and then next steps I'll include your conversation that you're going to have with, I don't know what the name was. What was it? Ivana, Ivanka? I don't know, right? And then I'll give you a call Monday, round 4, if I haven't heard from you before then. He's being skillful. Okay, what's a good next step for me? Almost all the people will tell you a next step. If they don't, if they still say, I don't know, now you've earned permission to make this, to set that next step. You're not being forceful, by the way, because you've given them every opportunity to set a next step. Hey, Chelsea, does it make sense for me to be exclusive on these candidates with you for the programmers that you're hiring? No, Matt, it doesn't. Got it. What's a good next step? I don't know. We're just sort of in the preliminary phases here of looking at these candidates, and we've got a couple other recruiters we want to talk to. Totally get it. What's a good next step for me? Right. I mean, I don't know. We still haven't even reached out to those other recruiters. Let's see, today's Thursday. How about we do this? I'll shoot over my understanding of your current situation with those 3 hires that you need, the capabilities that you need, both in those candidates and in the partner that you're going to work with on the recruiting side. And then I'll suggest some next steps. Give me about 15, 20 minutes. I'll write that up, shoot it over to you in an email, and then I'll give you a call, say Thursday. I'll call you Tuesday afternoon if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Yeah, that actually sounds really good, right? Every other recruiter, if Chelsea handles it that way, at least she's going to get an A+++ in being organized, professional, and on point, okay? How do we make our close more powerful? How do we make our close more powerful? It's a rhetorical question. I'll answer it. I'm sure there's Sean. Sean's probably got questions for today. Sean could probably answer this. I'll answer it on Sean's behalf, okay? Sean, I got you. Sean would say, Matt, how we make it more powerful is we slow the hell down in the beginning because then we can speed up the results in the end. What's your biggest reason for needing these candidates? I mean, we've really struggled in the past with not having good hires. When you say you've struggled in the past with not having good candidates, can you give me a specific example? Yeah, I mean, somebody, it turns out they weren't even C++ certified. I don't know what freaking home school of programming they said they went to, but this recruiter sent us over somebody, and they totally screwed up our servers, right? The cost of unwiring this employee was a lot. When you say a lot, how much? Right? $76,000. We had to bring an outside IT company because this jabroni screwed up our servers, right? Chelsea's now having a skillful conversation, right? She might want to say things like, hey, where are you guys at in terms of top line revenue right now? Where do you want to be? Okay? When you can slow down in the beginning, when you know the outcome, the real outcome, you can attach that outcome to your close. Does it make sense to have me be exclusive on these 3 hires so you can rest assured that you're not going to get somebody that literally just made some stuff up on a resume on LinkedIn going to work for you, writing code that causes you guys another 3-month delay and $76,000 in outside resources to reprogram the servers? Yeah, it does. Congratulations, you made a great decision. What happens next? No, it doesn't, right? When you understand, you can add the so you can, okay? Guys, it makes it a lot easier.